The year is 2020. Black people have been protesting for their freedom and equality since before the 1960s. On the 20th of May 2020, George Floyd was inhumanely murdered by a Minneapolis police officer. Professional athletes like LeBron James to the average human being have been posting pictures of Colin Kaepernick taking a knee in the NFL, peacefully protesting against police brutality that cost him his job and being blackballed by the league. What if I told you an NBA player in the 90s was the Colin Kaepernick before Colin Kaepernick, but he was so talented that he's often dubbed the Steph Curry before Steph Curry? Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf held his own peaceful protest playing for the Denver Nuggets that resulted in him being blackballed by the NBA.
I was in Dallas, and that was the year Dirk won MVP.
Work that we did on the floor and a brotherhood. So Kyrie became like a little brother to me, and just to help him mature into a championship caliber player.
Yo, what's good to Jack? Shout out to Hooper's Voice, yo. What up, what up, what up, what up?
About the Spurs culture is the people that they had is what made up the culture, and that's a combination.
Man, here checking in. I need to follow Cooper's voice.
I'm saying basketball. No way, man. It's a basketball, man. I'm saying basketball.
Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, incredible shooter. When he was at LSU with Shaq and Stanley Roberts, imagine a basketball team and Shaq is the third best player on the team.
You had to look it up. This kid was an all-star. He was Shaq's point guard at LSU. He was shooting the ball like Steph Curry before Steph Curry. He was that good. Yeah.
Previously known as Chris Jackson before finding Islam, Mahmoud played at LSU with Shaquille O'Neal, but he was so good everyone said he was the best player on the actual squad. Having multiple 30 and 40-point games and a couple 50-point outings, with a college career high of 55 points, Mahmoud holds the NCAA freshman scoring record for a single season, averaging 30.2 points per game. Now, to put that in perspective for you, Kevin Durant and Michael Beasley had incredible freshman college careers. KD in that 1 year scored 903 points. Michael Beasley in that 1 year scored 866 points. Mahmoud in his 1 year had a total of 965 points. Mahmoud was nice. Mahmoud was dumb nice. With an impeccable handle and a jump shot off the dribble that was so quick and efficient, the greatest shooter of all time gets compared to him.
When he was at LSU, I was actually pretty proud. I never really watched his game before, so it helped my basketball knowledge a little bit. But there are some similarities for sure. Kind of thrusting in the transition, pulling out for three, getting in the paint, all that kind of stuff. So.
Drafted 3rd overall by the Denver Nuggets, Mahmoud was so good. The Nuggets coach said he reminded him of a 6'1" Michael Jordan. Dropping 30 plus on Jordan, giving the Bulls one of their rare losses in their historic 72-10 season, giving 51 points to the Utah Jazz and John Stockton. Mahmoud was a hooper, leading Denver in scoring for 4 seasons and also leading them in assists. In 1991, Mahmoud converted to Islam. He said that it made him more conscious.
So I began to read. I began to develop more of a conscience. So one day I stopped. I'm looking at the flag. I'm looking at this symbol. And I'm reading about America throughout the world and its involvement in a lot of places, right? Raping resources, killing folks. And I'm looking at this symbol, and it's a representation of this. This is me. You got to make your decision, but I'm talking about what I was going through. And I just couldn't see it. I said, I can't do it. So what I began to do for about 3, 4, 5 months, I began to, when the national anthem would come on, I would act like I was stretching, getting ready for the game, because I didn't want to be so obvious, because I'm still trying to figure this thing out. What do I do? Stand, sit, stand, sit.
In 1966, Mahmoud decided to sit down during the national anthem because he saw the American flag as a symbol of oppression and tyranny.
NBA star refuses to stand for the playing of the national anthem before any basketball game. He calls the American flag a symbol of oppression, of tyranny.
It's clear in the Quran where Islam is the only way. My thing is, I don't criticize those for standing, so don't criticize me for sitting.
Those comments made Tuesday forced the NBA to suspend the player, even though Abdul-Rauf had not been standing for the anthem all year long.
Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf.
Yeah.
Got it.
So he didn't want to stand up for the national anthem.
Yeah, it's from Mississippi.
Yeah, and they were like, you better stand up. He was like, I'm not standing up. He sat down, ended his career. And when I tell you, they got rid of him, they put a black hood over his head and pulled him out and put him in a van.
Paid by the American company, so America is the reason why he's making the big bucks, and I mean, he should at least respect that.
Ask Mahmoud if he'd rather not get paid in American dollars.
And I'm not standing. He said, well, they're going to fine you, so let them fine me. They're going to suspend you, let them suspend me. I'm not going to stand.
Many think it's hypocritical for Mahmoud to denounce America, but be willing to accept $31,707 American dollars a game for his services. That's no longer the case tonight. The suspension is without pay, and the NBA says will not change unless Abdul-Rauf stands for the national anthem.
Despite leading the Nuggets in points, assists, he was traded from Denver after the 1996 season. I don't know why a team would trade their best player, but we all know why they did.
Because they don't want this type of behavior to catch on. So they have to make an example of it. They ended up trading me that year, right? And this is right after we beat Seattle. We were the first 8 seed, 2 years in a row to beat the first seed, 2 years in a row. We were grown. I mean, we were getting better each year. They broke us up because of that.
Many consider the NBA to be the forefront for change when it comes to matters in minority communities. But they dropped the ball on this one. Mahmoud was never given an opportunity to shine again. All because he made a peaceful protest, blackballed by the NBA despite leading his team in points, assists, and having a crazy free throw percentage of 95% in one season, and a few years later, 93%. Mahmoud lost all of that. NBA contracts, playing time, starts, but he feels no regret.
I've never stopped believing in what I believe in and feeling that way. If anything, it's even more confirmed now because nothing has really changed at all. In a lot of cases, it's getting worse.
Mahmoud's peaceful protest even led to his home in Mississippi being burnt down to the ground in 2001. He lost everything in regards to money and his basketball career. Barely being able to touch his prime, Mahmoud knew backlash would come his way for standing up for what he believed in, due to what happened to black athletes before him.
And then he was out of the league.
Once you make someone's life uncomfortable, expect your life to be made uncomfortable. There's going to be fallback. And eventually, my career is going to change. Not that I had a death wish, yeah, because you've seen the examples. The Muhammad Ali's, you know, this is the way it works.
Mahmoud is still around today, handing out work in the Big Three at 50 years of age, giving the defenders all kinds of trouble, helping out his community by taking part in talks and training the youth in the sport of basketball. We can all learn from Mahmoud, who sacrificed everything for what he believed in and what he felt was right.
Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf had the courage to withstand someone taking their livelihood away from them. And that's a whole different level of activism. That's a whole different stratosphere.
So you know what? I'm gonna take that. And I knew after that they were gonna say it's a compromise, it's a compromise. And they would come, well, I see you compromise, huh? After they fined you 30-something thousand, I said, they never fined me. That's what they told you. They never took anything out of my check. I said, furthermore, I never compromise on my belief in inshallah. I said, I'll do the same thing again.